I feel this pace. I lie here broken, beaten down, stuck in this place. It's always the same old story, just a different face. Remembering all those little things better left unsaid. It's all the same, stuck here with you. Your pretty lies, the brutal truth. It's all messed up, the same inside. You play your games, I play mine. I'm feeling rage, head to the world. Listen here, you dirty girl. This ain't your place, now say goodbye and leave your shit on some other hopeless guy. On some other hopeless guy. These games you play, our lives at stake. Say you did no wrong. Well, I know that's not true. You turned me into this monster. What the fuck did you do? It's all the same, stuck here with you. Your pretty lies, the brutal truth. It's all messed up, the same inside. You play your games and I'll play mine. I'm feeling rage, head to the world. Listen here, you dirty girl. This ain't your place, now say goodbye and leave your shit on some other hopeless guy.
Man, give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for Lunacy Rain. What's going on, guys?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Just doing good. How about yourself, man?
I'm better now that I heard that awesome rock music you guys just blessed us with.
Well, we appreciate that.
Thank
It
you.
was kick-ass. So why don't you all introduce yourself to the audience and go around and say your name and what you do in the band.
I'm D. I'm vocals and guitars.
Tim, guitars.
Alan, drums. DP, and I'm the bass player.
I'm Michael, and I'm your co-host.
Yeah, that's right, man. Well, it's great to have all of you guys here. Alan, we've had you here before, man.
Once or twice.
Familiar face.
Familiar face in the studio today, man.
Once or twice.
Yeah, man. That's awesome. I think you had mentioned that you were in Lunacy Rain And now we got all you guys in here to talk to us, man. Surprise!
We're back.
Yeah, man, that's really cool. So I watched a thing. You guys were on like a Gaston Spotlight show a while back, and you guys were talking about the origin of the name Lunacy Rain, and it comes from the book The Philosophy of Insanity by the late inmate of the Glasgow Royal Asylum. And I think that's badass. Which one of you guys said that you were... Tim, that was you?
Let's hear that story. Tell me the inspiration.
Yeah.
I was just reading a book because mental issues have always ran through the family and stuff. So a friend of mine suggested the book and said, hey, man, check this out. So it came across that phrase. There was a certain phrase in there. I can't remember it. But it pretty much said that lunacy could fall like rain upon anyone.
Good and evil.
Right.
Yeah.
It's on the back of your shirt.
Yes.
Right there. Actually,
There we go. Go ahead and read.
it goes, lunacy like the rain falls upon both the evil and the good, and although it must forever remain a fearful misfortune, yet there may be no more sin or shame in it than there is an ague fit or a fever.
In other words, don't be ashamed of it. It
Yeah.
could happen to anyone.
It could happen to anyone. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
Michael's the literature in the room. He's got the Who is John Galt.
Galt.
And that's from
Atlas Shrugged.
Atlas Shrugged. Yeah.
It's a very long, hard to read novel, but it's brilliant.
And hard to listen to. I got those audios. I'll give them back to you next week, dude. He bought the audio series, and it's in like one of those. You guys remember CD cases, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it is slap damn full of like audio CDs, and I'm like, how much is there? You know, I mean, a CD can hold a lot of content, man. And I'm telling you, this thing is this thick, and it's chock full. Every page is just Atlas Shrugged CDs.
Well, the book was so inspiring the first time I read it that I wanted to read it again, but I didn't have the free time I had the first time I read it, so I bought it on CD. And this was like kind of before Audible was a thing. So I bought the CD thing. It came in this big, huge pack, and I wanted to listen to it in the car, so I put it in a CD case. And I was like, this is perfect because everyone I know, no one's going to read that book. But if I give them the audio, maybe they'll listen to it. And
I tried.
He tried.
Dude, I
It didn't
tried.
work.
I can't understand the language in it. There's a lot of
big words.
big words. I'm not a big word guy.
Is at
yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
He
man.
can't conjugate a verb, guys.
I really can't, man. And I also am trying to wrap my head around the songwriting of Lunacy Rain. You guys do an awesome job. Like, is it a collaborative songwriting effort, or is it just like one of you guys shows up and is like, I got the lyrics? Like, how does it work?
Some of the material that we have, honestly, I had written before I joined the band. Once I joined the band, we actually sat down at a practice and wrote our song Prison together. We had a riff. I came up with a concept. I said, guys, this is what we're writing about. Give me a line.
Yeah.
And so what I did is, as we're sitting there, they'd give me the line. You know, I may have to reword it so that lyrics would fit within the how the song was going to be, you know, formed and everything. But
Gotcha.
the four of us sat there and in about 45 minutes wrote the song, practiced it for an hour, and then went live on Facebook with it. Good luck finding that video. We deleted it.
So is that how you always write music? Do the lyrics always come, like, do you always write your words to kind of fit the rhythm of the beat, or do you get a melody in your head sometimes and write that way as well?
Well, yeah, both ways actually. Sometimes I'm sitting there playing my guitar or whatever. I'll come up with a riff, and then I'll take it to the guys and say, "Hey, check this out." And then they'll go, "Okay, what's your chords? Where's the changes and stuff?" And I'll tell them the chords. Then all of a sudden, we just start jamming to it. And then once everybody's fairly comfortable with it, I'll jump in and start noodling around on some lead or something, just trying to find a vocal line or just maybe a cool lead lick for a solo or something like that. And then when I get back home after practice, I'm always on some form of a music high that I've got to come down from before I can go to bed. So I'll sit there and just kind of keep it running through my head. And if a lyric comes to it, I'll write that way. And sometimes I've got to go, okay, this is the riff we have. This is the concept I have. I need help.
That's great. I love that you use the word noodling because I use that one a lot. It's not a big word. But
It's getting there for you.
exactly, that's a lot of syllables.
And I love the word help. You just said, you said, I need help. Like that's, I love when a band is collaborative that way.
Yeah.
Well,
When,
Prison
yeah.
turned out great. It tells an excellent story.
Yeah.
It really does.
I'll actually kind of run you through it. As we sat outside, I was like, all right, guys, we're going to write about a guy who's losing his mind because he can't stand to look at himself in the mirror.
Oh, that's a throwback to the name of the band, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, well, that's kind of where it came from. Just going crazy, losing. Everybody's had those moments of rage, those fits, depression, anxiety, stuff like that. Everybody deals with it.
Oh yeah.
And, so why not write about those extreme emotions?
Right.
It's and that's one thing I think that the rock genre does the best is like writes those relatable stories. It's given such a bad rep for those that are not like metal fans, rock heads. People listen to it. Certain type of people listen to it and they're like, that's devil music. I mean, you guys know we live
I
in
got
the
that
South.
growing up.
Yeah, it's no surprise. So,
No.
but it's honestly the most relatable. Like, I get this kind of music if you took time to listen.
I'll second that. It's not the only music genre that dabbles in the negative emotions and that kind of thing. Certainly not.
Right.
But I think it's one of the genres that interpret it the best.
Yeah, that's kind of what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to sing about being pissed off with, country.
Acoustic guitars,
Yeah.
and
Well,
violin.
even the great Willie Nelson got to said it best himself. A great country song's written with 4 chords and something to cry about.
Yeah.
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 Oh yeah.
So
What would you say if you had to take Willie's philosophy and set it short and sweet? What would you say about rock music, metal music? That's a toughie. Any of you guys got a short, sweet, like, I'm going to sum it up?
A tagline for rock and roll.
Tagline for rock and roll? Alan, I see you stewing. I see you stewing.
just it'd have to be something along how the rock metal family is.
Yeah.
I mean, coming back from Blue Ridge Rock Fest, experiencing that with 30,000 people, and there was majorly no issues within everybody. Everybody looked out for
family.
everybody.
Yeah.
You get in the pit, somebody fell over. They stop, pick them up, and then go right back to it. That's the only way to sum rock
Yeah,
metal
I
music
couldn't.
up.
You 100% correct. My wife and I were just at Aftershock, and we flew all the way to Sacramento, California for this festival. And even in Sacramento, California, we were surrounded by family.
Yeah.
Everyone we talked to was very approachable, very cool, very nice.
And everybody looks out for each other.
Everyone looks out,
That's
yeah.
like the meme that goes around on Facebook where they're at the metal concert and they're got the guy in the wheelchair up,
Yeah.
Yeah.
in the waves.
Lord
So
music, we found.
Oh,
yeah.
and it was the same way out there. Kids, like I couldn't tell you how many
6-7
kids were
year-old
crowd surfing at
crowd
that
surfing.
place, man.
Had one little girl on her dad's shoulders in the pit, went around her. They
Yeah.
made her the pit queen.
Oh,
They need
It
dude.
was awesome, man.
That is awesome. And I wish I could experience that. I'm jealous that you guys got to go to these festivals. I haven't been to one since the Rebellion was in Charlotte.
You need to go to the Blue Ridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Need to hit up that Blue Ridge. I'm talking to you, wifey. Buy us tickets. Stop saying no to the rock.
That's like with kids nowadays. You always see them on their phones and stuff, right? I mean, parents, they should introduce their kids to music.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Dude, we've been
because
trying so hard
it-
to get our
it's
daughter to be into metal
priceless.
music.
Yeah. Just any kind of music. It don't matter if they should play Mary Had a Little Lamb. I mean,
Well, it's like my kids, man. Like my youngest, I think when she was about 6, maybe 7, she came up to me and said, "Daddy, what's that song?" And at the time, I was listening to like "Money" by Pink Floyd. And after I told her what the song was and who it was by, I heard this little girl listening to it day in, day out. And then it just bloomed from there. She went from liking Pink Floyd to now she's a huge Rob Zombie fan. And
Nice. How old was she then?
she was probably about, I'd like to say 6 or 7.
So my daughter is 10. She'll be 11 in November. And earlier this year, we introduced her to the Gorillas, and that's the one that she's latched on to. She loves the Gorillas. She plays it all the time, and so we're like, finally, there's some common ground here. Because up until
the
then,
videos.
oh yeah, that's how she.
Yeah.
We do YouTube on the TV a lot, just play music videos.
All the time.
And that one came on, and I could see her perk up when it came on, and she's like, "Who's that?" And yeah, it's cool. Right? She tolerates us, and she likes the not so heavy rock that we listen to. But We are taking her to Slipknot Sunday, so
That'll be an
that'll be
experience
an
and a half.
experience.
That's usually what latches them on once they see that first rock concert and everything.
Yeah.
And of course, being a kid at a rock concert, the crowd's going to do something special, try to make it extra special for them. Yeah, she'll be hooked after that, man.
That brings on a great question, doesn't it? Should we ask them all their intro? What was your introduction into rock music? What gave you the bug?
Well, before we go into that, I just want to give my festival moment. At the last Rebellion, when Slipknot played, we snuck an inflatable raft into the festival, and we blew it up and put my wife in it, and she crowd surfed in a raft and was like telling the crowd like where to go. She was like fake rowing. So that's my festival moment. You guys got to have it. But yeah, but back to what Michael was saying. What was the breakout band that was like, oh, okay, well, I love rock music now? What was that? DP, you want to start us out?
Yeah, it was probably Jimi Hendrix for me.
Oh, love Jimmy.
Yes.
Love Jimmy. What about you, Alan?
1979, Van Halen 1.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Van Halen, not
You
Van
knew that
Hagar.
was coming. For me, it was Jeff Beck.
Jeff Beck.
The album Truth with Rod Stewart.
I need to listen to some Jeff Beck. I'm not up on it.
You're missing out.
Oh, well.
Check out the Truth album.
Okay. Hashtag that for the episode. Please.
You got it.
For me, it was David Gilmour with Pink Floyd. That was probably one of very few people that could actually convey emotion through his playing, along with being, singer and multi-instrumentalist and everything like that. So I just kind of latched onto that. It's like,
Yeah, Pink Floyd was it for me too in high school. I grew up on classic rock and the classic metal. And I had uncles. I had one uncle that was a huge Kiss fan, and his brother, my other uncle, was a huge Rush fan. And that's like the classic argument, like who Rush versus Kiss,
Yeah.
who's better.
Kiss
And
wasn't
so
even
I
a
got
factor
exposed to
for me,
both of them
really.
growing up, so I don't have a favorite. I love them both, right? But then as a teenager, I started experimenting and getting into stuff, and started listening to Pink Floyd, and yeah, I'm right there with you. You said it best. The way they convey emotion through the music, not just with their words.
Yeah.
Very few bands can really do that well, by the way.
Yeah, they
They-
are definitely
yeah.
one of them.
Well, looks like Pink Floyd won that round of the Rooster Roots.
In case you guys were wondering, mine is
Never mind.
Can we take a moment and recognize how great that joke was?
It was pretty
That was
pretty epic.
Pretty epic.
Mine was Metallica.
Metallica did it for you?
Yeah.
which album?
Ooh, good question. Probably.
Come on now, think hard.
If you say
If you say
Yeah,
I'm
don't
gonna
influence
say-
him.
Don't
Don't influence him.
Stop.
I'm gonna-
Stop.
Because that is honestly a very valid question. Because wherever he picked up in Metallica, honestly shows you more of his musical taste. Because
Ride the
they
Lightning.
changed so much. Good
There you
answer.
go. Good
very
answer.
good answer. Very,
Everyone agrees.
very
Yeah.
good answer.
Same
Yeah.
here.
I
Ride the
cut
Lightning.
my teeth on Metallica on that one as well.
Yeah. Oh, Ride the Lightning.
Yep.
I kind of got a little bit of musical background like what you were listening to because my dad actually went to the same high school as you, and it was like the Tim Lane guy, man. He would like pull up listening to like Sabbath and all this fucking shit.
Oh Lord.
You know what I mean? He was like, you should get him on the pod.
Oh Lord.
Get him on the pod.
Do you drive a Firebird?
No.
What did you
T-top
drive?
Trans Am.
I think you
T-top
told
Trans
me.
Am.
A go kart.
A go kart. So was it the car off of? Is it the car off of Wayne's World? The
No.
Gremlin?
No.
No, it's the one off of Toy Story.
Oh,
There you go.
Terrific.
It was one of you
Terrific.
goes.
Yeah.
You goes as fast as you can push it.
You goes. I love that. That's awesome. Says here you guys got some. You guys have been performing and touring with some regional artists over a 2-year period, multiple venues. You guys want to speak on that a little bit? That's crazy.
Oh, wow.
That's
what an
awesome.
experience.
We've had a
You
lot
said
of.
that with so much enthusiasm, Tim.
No.
No.
Trust
well,
me.
no, there are some stories that come from the travels of the
road
band.
stories.
Tell us about
But-
the travels.
Some of that may be considered evidence, so we'll leave that alone.
Plead the
All right.
fifth.
Yeah, but
That's fine.
no, we got lucky to get on to play with some pretty good shows with Wayland was one of the bands. One of my
Super
favorite
Bowl.
shows we played
Super
was
Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, Super
Definitely.
Bob, Devour the Day. We've played with them.
Kellen Heller.
Kellen
Oh,
Heller,
yes.
they're great.
Oh, sweet.
Silver Tongue out of Maryland. We've played with Nagazi out of Michigan. I think from Adam to Eve was
Yeah,
Eve
with
to
those
Adam?
two.
out of
That was
Michigan as
one,
well.
yes.
I do believe that's correct. And venues, we've played the Wizard up in Hickory. We've played was the Vault for a very short time in Hickory. And then we played the Rabbit Hole in Charlotte. We played Ground Zero. We played Amos's multiple times.
What do you guys think about the venue coming to G-Town?
I think
I
it's
love
great.
it. I love the
It's-
idea.
Gastonia needs
There's so many
something for
musicians around the Gastonia area.
Well, not only that, with them building that new ballpark, but walking distance down the road, somebody's going to need somewhere to come drink during the summer after those ball games.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
not only that,
Yeah.
some people don't care for sports.
Yeah.
Some
True
people
that.
have something different to do.
I'm not a big sporty spice myself. I'd rather go rock out or maybe play video games or something like that.
Did you just call yourself Sporty Spice?
He
No, I
did
said I'm
indeed.
not a big sporty spice.
So that
He
means
was
He's
you're
thinking
more
back.
like
about it,
scary.
so
He's
that
more like Scary
qualifies.
Spice.
Yeah, I'm more of a scary spice.
I don't know. I was leaning more towards ginger. But
That's true, man. Why do us Irish always get a bad rep, man? Damn it. I remember
Damn
that.
it, man.
I remember that on St. Patty's Day, man. You're not getting me Lucky Charms at all.
But he will serve you an
Thank you.
IPA.
I will serve you an IPA. Yeah, give you a hell of an intro on the stage. I'll give you the finger.
Hey, boys.
Well,
It's time.
we ask about the touring experience because we haven't really talked to a lot. We've talked to a couple of people that have had some regional, experience, and I just thought it would be fun to speak on a little bit, what the experience was like getting out into a different market where you don't know anybody and you're basically playing for someone else's fans. How did
Man.
Did you learn from that? Did you?
Was there
what,
any,
what did
like,
you get? Were you able
bombs?
to gain some followers?
actually, there's one great experience I can speak on with that. We did play for they're a heavy metal promotional club called the Graveyard Disciples. They're mainly based out of Georgia. They invited us down, and we played there. And the entire lineup was like your brutal death metal bands, which was cool. But we opened the show, and we're not very
You're like Amy Winehouse compared to that, right?
Yeah, right.
yeah.
Yeah.
But we didn't really fit in. But even the bands after, we performed, come up to us is like, guys, where the hell did y'all come from?
What are we supposed to do now?
Yeah, it was great, and we've everywhere we've played, fairly new. I guess we have that kind of sound that kind of reminds you of back when, but it's still modern enough.
I get a real awesome, and don't take this the wrong way, but I get a really great early 2000s rock vibe.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's what I was about to say. Yeah,
Yeah.
you definitely have this late '90s, early 2000s, post alternative.
Yeah.
Post grunge. It's like
It's a
heavy, but
niche.
also melodic, and you've got the rhythms are very danceable, for lack of a better term. But no, you definitely have that sound, and we could sit here and compare you to other bands all day long. But the truth is, you've captured something.
Exactly.
I've never seen anybody dancing.
We were during this.
No, don't lie. Don't lie. Remember the Roadhouse out in Rockingham.
Oh,
Yeah, that's after they drunk by the
yes.
Hey, it counts. She was dancing.
She was.
Okay.
She
was.
Oh yeah.
And we'll leave it at that.
She was doing her best.
That's all you can do.
dancing
But a
around
lot-
trying to
but-
get Alan to take his shirt off. Good
But going
God
back and
almighty.
talking about the
Drummer.
bands that we played with, a lot's got to be said about the music community in general around North Carolina and Charlotte, the way they accepted us in. I mean, we've made a lot of friends with a lot of other area bands, and it's like a family.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly. I mean,
back in the 80s, late 80s, when I was playing around, when I was in high school and junior high, there was a similar atmosphere in the area. Then when grunge hit, it went away.
Yeah.
And just right before COVID hit, everything was picking back up. There's a lot of bands like Falling Through April that are
Oh yeah,
getting
really got to shout them out.
Killicoy, they're getting national recognition now,
Well,
and
what happened
Charlotte's
was
coming back.
Yeah.
most of the Gen Xers were raising kids through the '90s and couldn't go out, and now the kids are
They're grown.
and
Now
now they
they're
can all
getting
get back
back
out.
out.
Because I go to shows all the time, as part of the job, going out and scouting and stuff. and it's everyone's my age.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everyone at the shows are my age. I mean, you see, of course, there's always going to be young people, young adults at these shows. You know, people that are Kody's age.
Yeah.
But the majority of fans you see at shows now are people Gen Xers, and the next generation. You know, if they're not on their cell phone, then you might see them out.
Oh, come on, man.
I'll just throw back to what he said.
Well, yeah, but like, you know, I've discussed it with the wife. Even though we fall under the millennial category, we're like, when we have a kid, we're gonna throw some headphones on that little mushy tater and take him to shows. You know what I mean? We're not gonna just, we can't go to shows. We're
Here, play with the iPad.
Yeah, fuck that. No.
Wow.
You're going to
Let me
shows.
be by myself. You know.
No.
I see that a lot with parents.
I hate that.
You know, just sticking a screen in front of their kid and
No.
just like,
I'm gonna
That's
stick
their
some metal in
babysitter.
front of
yeah,
him.
it's their
Yeah.
babysitter now.
Watch this.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
Well, that's the difference between, you know, regular parents and metal parents. Like, even if, like, you could probably speak for this, the festivals, like, they all brought their kids.
Always
like,
kids there.
somebody pushing a stroller with a toddler with earphones on, the toddler's throwing horns, looking
Yeah.
around. It's like,
You guys have any kids at the Lunacy show throwing horns ever? Has that happened yet?
yes, it has.
That's
a few
awesome.
times, actually.
That's awesome. That's how you know you made it. If you got kids throwing horns out. That's
Well, I
it.
mean, they were our kids, but
Well,
Especially yours.
that counts for something though, man. Honestly. it does.
These two dudes, like, I mean, you see like these little mosh pit going here and there, like, head banging.
oh yeah.
It's.
I remember
it's a
Elaine.
great
I did an
sight.
all kid mosh pit going at the Rooster one night.
yes.
Just a bunch of like kids.
There needs to be waivers though. There needs to be waivers.
Yeah.
Yeah, people
Absolutely.
says,
But
Yeah,
no,
absolutely.
it was great. It was my daughter Elena and his daughter Lily was right up front. It was actually one of our Amos's shows.
Ooh.
Back when it was the old Amos's. You know, they're both, I think they were about 8 years old at the time, like this far shorter than the stage, and they're still at the very front of it. You know,
That's quite the venue to have them up front doing that. That's badass.
yeah.
And that was my point. It's like I don't care. I'm taking my kids to metal shows, man.
well, you guys have had a bit of a rebirth here, haven't you? Let's talk a little bit about.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's dig in a little bit. Talk a little history. But I mean, why not, right? Let's
Yeah.
talk about how you got from where you were to what happened to now. Like, let's tell the story. Basically, is what I'm asking.
Well, you see what had happened was.
It's like this.
No, we formed back in 2016. We didn't form our now lineup till 2017, was when we really started gaining traction and everything. Got through 2017 and everything. That's the lineup you see here. Tim dropped out for some personal reasons. We continued on as a three-piece for a little while.
With my blessing, absolutely. Go for it, guys.
Then Alan had some projects come up at work that was going to pull away a lot of time from him. So luckily he was nice enough to help us find another drummer who came in. Did a great job. We actually toured with him a little bit. And then he got diagnosed with some medical issues and had to quit. And then at the time, you know, I was going through some personal things, and we kept looking for somebody, but we just never were right in the right mindset to continue on with it. So we just kind of stepped back, you know, took a break, get ourselves back in line, some health wise, some, you know, personal, mental, everything like that. And it got to where me and DP, we hang out daily, and me and him, we just go to open mic nights and stuff like that, and we just got that itch. So we give Tim a shout here and said, hey man, you want to put this thing back together? And of course he was on board.
Oh yeah, because we
And
still
then-
hung out, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all remained
hung out
remained
and
friends
stuff.
through everything. You know, we're all pretty close.
We've known each other since first grade.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So
Right on.
you know, and then
Do you have to sweet talk Alan back in?
no, actually, we were in process of looking for a drummer to fill out that fourth member, and then out of the blue, he hit us up, said, "Hey, heard y'all looking for a drummer."
Let's put it back together.
Alan.
DP and I,
Alan creeping on social media.
Yeah.
DP and I have been talking for between each other for a couple of weeks. Yeah, several weeks. We've been
And
talking.
how's it feel now?
Feels good.
It's
It's
really
great.
good.
This is
It sounds great.
this is a brotherhood.
I think it's going to be better than our first run.
I do believe
Yeah.
there's a lot more drive in it now.
You guys got anything cooking up in the studio? Maybe some unreleased goodies that are gonna pop on out here soon? or
We
what?
we
Maybe.
definitely do. I'll go ahead and say that we definitely do. The downtime give me a lot of time to just pour everything out.
Yeah.
And we've got a few that we're starting to work on. We've got one that me and him actually kind of got together last week and come up with a riff together.
little
And,
Simon and Garfunkel action going on.
it's kind of coming together. So
I can't wait to hear it, man. I'm excited for you guys, and thank you for sharing your story because, you know, it's important that people know. You know, this what you guys do, what we're trying to help people do. It's a family. There's things are going to happen. Personal stuff happens. People are going to step in. People are going to step out. People are going to step back in.
It's just what you
Yeah.
do with it.
Yeah, it's a constantly evolving thing. You know, it doesn't have to be this one thing all the time. It can change. It can evolve. It can turn, and then you can bring it back full circle. And
Yep.
it sounds like I'm babbling, but the truth is, it's important to tell these stories because it's inspirational.
yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody
gotta keep
somebody
pushing
might
forward
be
somehow,
watching
some
this.
way.
Yeah, somebody might be watching this right now, sitting on their couch or sitting at the table watching this on their phone, thinking to themselves, maybe I should call up so and so and get it going
Get
again.
the old
you know?
band back together.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Do it.
do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Somewhere out there's a band that needs to be reformed.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And I know a couple, but I'm not going to mention any names.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lamb Handler.
Or new bands. To be formed.
Yes. If you feel that itch to play.
Play.
Yeah.
I mean,
Get out and go to open mics. Go
Honest-
meet other musicians.
honestly,
Go
when
to
we
shows.
started our
Definitely.
first few shows, we played for the other bands that played the show. I
Yeah.
mean, nobody else showed up, but everybody starts somewhere. You know, don't be afraid. Don't be discouraged to play those small shows because everybody's got to play those
Well, there's
small
going to be
shows.
lots of
gotta
nights
start
like
out.
that. I mean,
There's
nobody
a ladder.
nobody gets made overnight, man.
Yeah.
No.
Unless your name's
Yeah.
like Dave Grohl or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
But
It's like that meme that goes around on Facebook where there's one guy in the audience says, "Don't expect a big crowd, pretty much, if you ain't played for the little crowd." 'Cause
Yeah.
If that
Yeah.
one person ain't heard you,
You know what I'm thinking
I
about
know
you?
what you're
you don't
thinking.
hear about
man.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to name any names either, but I'll just say this: whether the crowd's 5 or 500 or 5,000, you give each
Each.
of those crowds that same love and energy that you're going to
Absolutely.
give
Absolutely.
every show.
give them
One or a
everything
million.
we've got.
Absolutely.
If I don't walk off stage and my throat not be hurting because I put so much behind it,
Do it.
it wasn't a good show.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah,
want
if
to
you don't come to rehearsal complaining, guys, man, then yeah.
Let me get a lozenge, man. I can't deal with it right now.
Nah, man.
give me some hot
This
chamomile tea.
this is where I'll give a little thumbs to your Irish Jameson and honey.
Hey.
Works miracles.
It sounds just good to drink too.
Yeah.
Like honestly, not even for a remedy, just good to drink. You know?
Just because.
just because, man. But I really appreciate you guys being here. Where can our listeners, our viewers, our Rooster audience, where can they find more Lunacy Rain?
You can always find us on Facebook, Instagram. I don't think we have a Twitter, but
It's overrated.
we're working on getting some video stuff put up on YouTube. We have a channel right now. There's nothing much on it. We just really haven't had much of the internet presence. When we got started, we tried pushing the internet presence, but then all of a sudden everything caught traction, and with just the four of us running everything,
Got a little busy.
we got too busy with shows and keeping up with dates and everything like that. That our Facebook page and everything has kind of just fell to shit.
Shit.
Our algorithm has went downhill.
But
Well,
no,
I highly recommend getting something up on Bandcamp and Spotify too.
Yeah.
So that people can stream because your music's too good to just keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
right, we do
You know what I'm
have one other single that has been released, Without You. I do believe can't remember.
It's on Reverb Nation.
It is on Reverb Nation. We do have a Reverb Nation. I'll upload Stuck now that we've released it to Reverb Nation as well. So.
Wait a minute, was this the first?
This is the
This
first
the
time
first
it's
one?
played.
The
Hey,
first.
we got a premiere on the show.
Woo! We didn't even know, man.
Thank
See
you.
there?
Yeah, thank
We
you.
I
want
had
to
no
keep
idea
things
you were doing
secret.
it.
We've kept this a secret for
It's on the hush hush.
a while now.
Yeah, it was.
so-
I thought you guys were going to be so mad at me because I did the Rooster Report Friday from Aftershock.
I was like,
and I was like, I was kind of half lit, and I was all excited.
you can tell excitement was flowing.
I was excited about doing this, and after I put it up, I was like, oh fuck. I was like,
I think I may have let the cat out of the bag.
So thank you for sharing that on the show, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
My
And-
pleasure, man. We appreciate you having us.
Yeah, dude. Anytime.
Well,
We
let's
have
go
a lot of
around.
respect for what y'all are doing.
Let's do words of wisdom around the room.
Yeah,
oh,
man.
Lord.
Oh, I do have one more question before we wrap things up.
Oh shit.
Here it comes.
Do you have to have a black T-shirt to be in this band?
It helps.
That's a good one.
Well, hey, you find me a rock or metal band that prints a shirt in any other color than black, and I'll wear it.
It's so right. You go to the festivals and to the merch booth.
Yeah.
So everything's
You
back
got
and
one
forth.
or
There's
two.
one or two like blue or white shirts over there,
And they
Everything
never
like-
sell.
I bought a red Amir shirt when they came to Charlotte.
You bought that online, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you got it at a show?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the blue tie-dyed Spirit Box shirt.
You got enough shirts to do you for 2 months.
We do need to remind somebody beside of me that the only band that can pull off wearing their own merch on stage is Iron Maiden.
We're not on stage.
Just throwing it out there.
We're not on
Yeah.
stage.
You guys are on. You guys
This
are
is
on.
promo.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is
yeah,
promo.
that's
This
promo.
is
This whole
different.
show is promo.
Yeah. You guys
See,
are on the
look
pod.
at- We got shirts for sale.
You guys got any large with you? I'm a large man myself.
No, we are currently don't have any
Tell
merch.
another lie.
We are in process of getting with our graphics people and everything, getting some new merch out. We're gonna come out with some new designs.
Do you have any shows booked yet? Are you ready for that yet? Or
We've been a little apprehensive about booking just because of the current thing. Everything's going with the pandemic and everything.
Yeah.
They're being a little strict on who they bring in and things like that. So we're really taking the time right now for us. Gonna get through the holidays and everything. That
fine tune everything, get
Yeah.
tight,
Right.
get toy.
get
Yeah.
the, get
Now,
the
you
new
can-
material
get
all
the toy.
solid and everything.
You can correct me on this if I say this out of term or whatever. But since we have reformed, the songs that everybody has heard previously,
It ain't like it. no
it
more.
ain't like that
Mm-mm.
anymore.
Switching it up, huh?
Yes.
Well,
we are going.
It's
It
put
started
to you
with
this
me
way.
blowing bass
When
heads.
back when we played the songs then, we were all in a little different mindset, a little different emotional place. And,
We were testing the waters.
And now we're all in. Everybody's in different places emotionally and everything. And I don't know if I can speak for those guys, but myself, every time I pick up my guitar and get in front of a mic, it's emotion. Like if I'm having a bad day, I'm going to put anger into it. If I'm having a really good day, it's going to be a lot of bouncing and a lot more fun, and every performance, every practice, everything like that, it comes from how I'm feeling then. And now that we're all back together and in different places, better places, honestly, the music, it don't sound the same.
I don't get to bounce. I'm kind of stuck in one spot.
Yeah.
Well, you get to play barefoot.
Yeah. True
Yeah, he
that.
gets that. That's his form of expression back there.
Look,
That's-
Mom.
I saw a
Look,
video
Mom,
of
that's
getting
not-
So much shit because I play barefooted.
I think it's awesome.
That is
Look,
awesome.
I can't play drums at all. It's amazing that you can
I
do
can't
what you
either.
do.
Oh, whatever.
Stop it.
I mean, you could just do it like we give him shit for me, Mongo swing stick.
I literally have a shirt.
Swinging Neanderthal.
Exactly. I literally have a shirt that says I hit shit with sticks.
And sometimes
I
it
love
splatters.
That is
Yeah.
pretty
And sometimes it's us.
Shrapnel
God.
will go.
You can see drumsticks flying everywhere, but he'll pick a nut. He got plenty.
Yeah, he's got plenty behind him, but good God, the ricochets that come around the room at practice. Good God.
We're going to take out health insurance.
You have to do him like a gospel drummer and get the glass casing and put
Oh,
around
my
it.
That's
God.
been a thought.
That has been brewing.
Michael, start us out. What do you want to leave us with? We'll go this way.
All right, we'll all do a final thought for
Final
today.
thought. And he takes back his apologies, or
Well, no, I just want to tell. I'm gonna look into the camera. I'm gonna tell you guys, get out and support your local bands, man. You know, we have protection from the pandemic. You know, we're building immunity. Most of us have vaccines. It's time to get back out there and support your local artists and your local businesses, your local venues. Get out there and go see these bands live, man, because every band that you love started out as a local band.
exactly.
Everyone of them.
All right,
Everyone.
so get out there and support local music and local art. And with that, DP.
DP.
Try to do something nice for somebody, man. We all living in this virus world. There's a lot of emotions going on. You might catch an ass whipping that wasn't meant for you.
Yep.
So just be kind to people and each other, and rock on.
Well said, Alan. What you got, man?
To reiterate on what Michael said, and you've heard me say this before, there is so much talent in this area.
Yes, there is.
So much. This band might not be for you, but another band might be. Put your fucking phone down, buy the goddamn ticket, support these fucking bands and venues, because music is the only thing that is a time machine. A song can take you back to a moment in time specific, and you remember every detail. So
Love that.
get your ass
Absolutely.
out and show these bands some love. Support them. Share their pages. Share their music.
Buy their merch.
Buy their fucking merch, because we like to eat too.
It helps,
Yeah.
especially when you're trying to practice or hold a guitar.
As one of our
Can't go a week.
previous producers used to say, me and food go way back.
Tim, what do you want to leave him with, bud?
Same thing, man, about listening to, just check out these local artists, because there's so much top quality, such good caliber music out there, that just because it's local doesn't mean it's not worth listening to. There's bands out there that by all means should be out there with the big boys that are around here local. They just haven't got that shot yet.
Yep.
So get out there, listen to them, and help them get that shot and spread the word about it.
I don't mean to just to pile on to what you said. If you're curious about some of these bands, ask one of us. We will point you in their direction.
They will not buy it.
And that's then, yeah. I'll even kind of expand a little bit more on that. Because
God,
this
can you tell
happened.
what
This happened to me at Blue Ridge, man. Don't be afraid to talk to anybody. Make friends while you're out there.
Yes.
Some of the greatest people I've ever had the privilege of meeting, I've met at shows.
That's how Kody and I met
Yeah. At a show.
at a festival.
At a show.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So just to go off all of that, I'll give you my final thought, which is rock and roll family. And that's what the Rooster's all about. Not just rock and roll, all genres. You know what I mean? But it's all about family. Thanks for joining us on Season 3, Episode 4, ladies and gentlemen. This has been Kody with a K and Michael for the
I'm
Rooster.
Michael. Thank you so
Lunacy
much.
Rain.
Lunacy
Thank you for
Rain. Give it
having
up.
us.
Yeah.
Give
All right.
yourself a hand.
Appreciate it.
Come on.
Woo!
Give yourself a
Yeah.
hand.
Clap it up. Give yourself a clap.
Golf clap.
Yeah.
See you next week.